Born before 1961? Then Service Canada already has a file open on you. And right now that file might be costing you money every single month without you knowing it. I'm not talking about a rumor. I'm talking about how the Guaranteed Income Supplement gets recalculated every July, how the OAS clawback threshold just moved in 2026, and how thousands of Canadian seniors are leaving benefits on the table simply because a letter never arrived or they never realized they had to act. If you were born in 1960, 1959, 1958, or earlier, you are already inside this system. The question is whether you're getting everything you qualify for or quietly losing hundreds of dollars a month. Stay with me for the next few minutes because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to check, what form to file, and what deadline could be sitting in your mailbox right now. Let's start with why this matters so much this year. Every July, Service Canada recalculates your Guaranteed Income Supplement based on the tax return you filed for the previous year. That means your July 2026 payment is based on your 2025 income. If your income dropped in 2025, maybe you retired, maybe a pension ended, maybe you stopped part-time work, your GIS could actually go up. But if you didn't file your taxes on time, or if Service Canada is working from outdated numbers, your payment could be wrong and not in your favor. On top of that, the OAS recovery tax threshold, what people call the clawback, moved again this year. For 2026, that threshold sits at $95,323 in net world income. If you're above that line, part of your old age security starts getting clawed back at 15 cents for every dollar over. A lot of seniors don't realize this threshold changes every year, and they don't realize there are legal ways to manage income to stay under it. So here's how we're going to break this down. I'm going to walk you through 5 specific things tied to this year's changes. For each one, I'll tell you exactly what it is, what it's worth to you in dollars, and exactly how you go and get it or protect yourself from losing it. No fluff, no vague advice. Specific forms, specific numbers, specific steps. Number 1, the GIS income recalculation you need to check right now. Here's what it is. The Guaranteed Income Supplement is a non-taxable income-tested benefit paid on top of your OAS pension if you're a low-income senior. It gets reassessed every July using last year's tax return. Here's what it's worth. For a single senior with no other income besides OAS, the maximum GIS payment is now over $1,000 a month. For couples, the amount depends on whether one or both partners receive OAS, but it can add several $100s monthly to your household income. Here's how you get it, or make sure you're not shortchanged. First, confirm your 2025 tax return was actually filed. If it wasn't, your GIS could be paused or reduced starting this month. Second, log into your My Service Canada account and check your GIS payment amount against the current income thresholds published by Service Canada. Third, if your income dropped significantly this year due to retirement, you don't have to wait until next tax season. You can request a reassessment using estimated current year income. That's a specific form your Service Canada office can walk you through, and it's one of the most underused tools in the entire system. Now here's a question a lot of you are probably already asking. Is this actually legal, or is this some kind of loophole that's going to get flagged? I get asked version of this question constantly, and the answer is simple. Requesting a current year income reassessment isn't a loophole. It's a built-in feature of the GIS program specifically designed for situations like yours: retirement, job loss, a pension ending. Service Canada wants your GIS to reflect your actual current income, not a stale number from 2 years ago. Not using it isn't cautious, it's just leaving money on the table. Number 2, the OAS clawback threshold that moved on you. Here's what it is. If your net world income goes above a certain level, the government starts recovering part of your OAS pension. This is officially called the OAS recovery tax. Here's what it's worth. For 2026, that threshold is $95,323. Above that line, you lose 15 cents of OAS for every dollar of income over the threshold. If you're between 65 and 74, your OAS is fully eliminated once your income reaches roughly $152,000. If you're 75 or older, that elimination point is a little higher, closer to $157,000, because seniors 75 and up get a permanent 10% boost to their base OAS. Here's how you protect yourself. If you're close to that $95,323 line, the timing of RRIF withdrawals matters enormously. Every dollar you pull from an RRSP or RRIF counts as income for this calculation. If you have some flexibility, spreading withdrawals across years, or coordinating with your accountant on when to realize capital gains, can keep you under the threshold and protect your full OAS payment. This isn't about avoiding tax you legitimately owe. It's about knowing where the line is so you don't accidentally trip it. Number 3, automatic enrollment gaps that leave people without a letter at all. Here's what it is. Service Canada is supposed to automatically enroll a lot of seniors in OAS, and sometimes GIS based on information from your tax filings and in some cases the Canada Revenue Agency. But automatic enrollment is not guaranteed for everyone. Here's what it's worth. If you're eligible for OAS and GIS but never got automatically enrolled, and you never applied yourself, you could be missing out on close to $1,800 a month in combined OAS and GIS. That's not a typo. That's real money, every single month, sitting unclaimed. Here's how you fix it. If you're 64 and have not received any letter from Service Canada about your OAS, don't assume it's coming. Log into your My Service Canada account and check your status directly. If nothing shows up, you can apply manually, either online through your account or by mailing in a paper application. The same goes for GIS. If you're already receiving OAS, but GIS was never mentioned to you, you likely need to apply separately in writing rather than waiting for it to appear automatically. Let's pause here for a second because I know some of you are thinking, why hasn't anyone told me this before? Honestly, it's not some big secret conspiracy. It's that these programs run on a system where the burden is on you to check and confirm, not on the government to chase you down. Nobody at Service Canada is going to call you up and say, hey, you're missing $1,800 a month. The letter either comes or it doesn't, and if it doesn't, most people just assume they're not eligible. That assumption is exactly what costs people the most money. Number 4, the disability tax credit connection. A lot of seniors miss entirely. Here's what it is. The disability tax credit claimed using Form T2201 isn't just a tax credit. If you're approved for it, it can open the door to several other benefits and credits, including the disability supplement on certain provincial programs and retroactive tax adjustments going back up to 10 years. Here's what it's worth. Depending on your province and your specific situation, backfiled adjustments tied to a disability tax credit approval have resulted in refunds of several $1,000s for some seniors, on top of ongoing annual credits. Here's how you get it. You or your medical practitioner completes Form T2201 and submits it to the Canada Revenue Agency. If a qualifying medical condition has been present for a number of years, you can request that the CRA reassess your prior tax returns once the credit is approved. A lot of seniors apply for this credit thinking only about the current year's tax bill, and they don't realize they can potentially claim it retroactively. Number 5, provincial top-ups that stack on top of everything I just described. Here's what it is. On top of the federal OAS and GIS system, many provinces run their own low-income senior supplement programs. These aren't widely advertised, and they vary significantly depending on where you live. Here's what it's worth. In provinces that offer these top-ups, the additional monthly amount can range from modest to genuinely significant depending on your income level and the specific program. Here's how you get it. Search your specific province plus the term senior supplement, or call Service Canada and ask directly whether there's a provincial program layered onto your GIS eligibility. If you're already receiving GIS, you're a strong candidate for these provincial add-ons, but almost none of them apply themselves automatically. You have to know they exist and ask. Before I wrap this up, I want to address the skepticism I know some of you still have. Some of you are thinking, if this were real, wouldn't my accountant have mentioned it? Here's the honest answer. Accountants are focused on your tax return for the year, not necessarily on cross-checking every federal benefit program you might qualify for. This isn't a knock on accountants. It's just not their specific job. That's exactly why so many of these benefits go unclaimed even among seniors who file their taxes perfectly on time every single year. So here's what I want you to actually do after watching this. Log into your My Service Canada account this week. Confirm your 2025 tax return is filed and on record. Check your GIS payment amount against your actual current income. If your income dropped this year, ask about a current year reassessment. If you're near the $95,323 threshold, talk to whoever handles your taxes about timing your withdrawals. And if you've never gotten a clear answer about your OAS and GIS enrollment status, don't guess. Go check it directly. None of this requires a lawyer, and none of it requires paying a company to do it for you. Every single step I described today can be done directly through Service Canada or the Canada Revenue Agency for free. The system rewards people who check. It quietly overlooks the people who assume everything is being handled for them. Don't be the second group. Go check your account today, because that letter, if it's coming, is only half the story. The other half is what you actually do with it. If this helped you, subscribe, because I break down exactly this kind of practical, dollar-specific senior benefits information every week. No fear-mongering, no guesswork, just what to check and what to file.